great delight was to get her onto subject of the Duchess de Sternich. Each time her carriage passed there, wow, distracting. Carriage passed theirs in their bois. He never failed to mention the Duchess's name, with a wicked sideway glance that showed he knew about Rana's last adventure, whereupon, in the harsh voice, she tore her rival to pieces. She tore her rival to pieces. How quickly she was aging. Poor woman. She plastered her face with makeup. She had lovers hidden in every cupboard. She had given herself to Chamberlain so that she might gain admissions to the imperial bed. She went on and on, while Maxine, to exasperate her, declared that he thought Madame de Sternich delightful. Such lessons as these singularly developed the boy's intelligence, the more so as his young teacher repeated them wherever they went. In the bois, at the theatre, at parties, the pupil became very proficient. What Maxime loved was to live among women's skirts, in the midst of their finery, in their rice powder. He still remained more or less a girl, with his delicate hands, his beardless face, his plump white neck. The pupil became very proficient. What Maxime loved was to live among women's skirts, in the midst of their finery, in their rice powder. He still remained more or less a girl, with his delicate hands, his beardless face, his plump white neck. René consulted him seriously about her gowns. He knew the best dressmakers in Paris, summed up each of them in a word, talked about the artfulness of such and such bonnets and the design of another's dresses. At 17, there was not a milliner he had not assessed, nor a bootmaker he had not studied. The quaint little creature who, during his English lessons, read the prospectuses which his perfumer sent him every Friday, could have delivered a brilliant lecture on the fashions of Parisian high society, customers and purveyors included, at an age when country urchins are too shy to look their housemates in the face. Often, on his way home from school, he would bring back in the Tilbury a bonnet, a box of soap, or a piece of jewellery which his stepmother had ordered the day before. He always had some strip of musk-scented lace in his pockets. But his greatest treat was to accompany Rana to the illustrious Worms, the couturier of genius to whom the great ladies of the Second Empire bowed down. The great man's showroom was huge and square and furnished with enormous divans. Maxime entered it with religious emotion. Dresses undoubtedly have a perfume of their own. Silk, satin, velvet, and lace had mingled their faint aromas with those of hair and amber-scented shoulders, and the atmosphere in the room had the sweet-smelling warmth, the fragrance of flesh and luxury, that transformed the apartment into a chapel consecrated to some secret divinity. It was often necessary for René and Maxime to wait for hours. A queue of at least 20 women sat there, waiting their turn, dipping biscuits into glasses of Madeira, helping themselves from the great table in the middle, which was covered with bottles and plates of cakes. The ladies had made themselves at home, talking freely, and they